Our next guest stars on the popular television series Heroes. It's in its third season, beginning on September 22nd. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lovely Hayden Panettiere. I think you have a beautiful name.
Oh, thanks.
And when you're on the show, I always think, oh, Hayden Panettiere always puts me in the mind of Hayden Planetarium.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time I was called that.
Yeah, really? Oh, really? But have you ever been to the Hayden Planetarium?
I think I have been when I was really little.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, I definitely went.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing you think of when you're 61. How have you been? What have you been doing? You went out and participated in rescuing some endangered whales.
Yes, I did.
Where was
not
this?
Quite endangered.
They weren't endangered?
Yeah.
What are they? What kind of whales?
Well, those specific ones, the catch of the day, were pilot whales.
Pilot whales?
But it's whales and dolphins that are both hunted and killed for their meat.
Where is this? Staten Island?
It's in the Hudson River. It's in Taiji, Japan. It's about 5 hours south of Osaka.
Now, it is part of the Japanese culture, isn't it? It's not like these people are poaching. It's just what they've done all their lives.
Right.
Is that correct?
It is, but I did have a meeting with the foreign minister and the minister of fisheries. Not the nicest guy. Foreign minister is awesome, though. Very sweet. But he said himself that only 1% of Japanese people actually consume the whale and dolphin meat.
Wow.
And it is highly toxic, and it's filled with mercury. I mean, that's one of the main reasons. Is we're for the animals, obviously. But
now, a lot of people, I understand, because of that factor, will catch one and mount it on the wall as a thermometer.
This is mercury.
Is what I've heard.
Mercury, yeah.
Only you, I think, could tell that joke.
All right, now tell us what exactly transpired, because you were in some peril. Is that correct?
We were. The fishermen were not very happy with us. We went out and we basically did what surfers do when a surfer has died. They go out to the spot where the surfer passed away and they form a circle and they do a peaceful offering of flowers and leis, and they say something about him. So that's what we originally did. We did it in a much bigger circle, and then we found out right after our peaceful protest they were rounding him up to slaughter him again. So that's when we went down and we got into trouble.
So you went out and you formed the circle. You're on in boats. Is that what you formed the circle with?
No, we were on surfboards.
On surfboards, yeah.
And people thought I could surf for a while.
Yeah,
but it's so not true.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh no, I can just. The adrenaline made me paddle very, very fast after we were hit with sticks.
So hit with sticks. Honest to God, the whales were actually hitting you with sticks.
Yes, they absolutely were. No. They have these big, huge poles that they put down the nets. The fishermen have huge poles that they push down the net so the boats can go over them. And they were taking it and they were hitting us, our surfboards, trying to knock us off, and then trying to hit us with the propellers. So they weren't too happy.
So it was supposed to be a peaceful, reasonable demonstration protest, and it nearly turned ugly. Is that correct? Were you arrested?
We weren't, but I went out there fully prepared to be arrested. I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for jail.
I come out here every night fully prepared to be arrested. You just have to. Thank you.
So we were wearing, I made sure that I wore shoes. I was wearing a wetsuit even though the water was pretty warm. And that's my mom in her Prada sunglasses.
Your mom is also doing this. Wow.
She was with me. This was the first time we went down there when we didn't quite have a problem with it. And that was the bigger group.
How did you get involved with this group? What is the name of the group?
The name of the group, it's Save the Whales Again is the movement, and it's the Whaleman Foundation is a foundation I work for. But here there were a bunch of people from Greenpeace, from Surfers for Cetaceans. There was Sea Shepherds, who I'm sure if you follow this kind of stuff, you'd know all about.
Now, other than the humane motivation, if they're not endangered, what is the reason for protesting their fishing and the harvesting of the whales?
Well, the way in which they do it is incredibly inhumane. These animals, who are very smart, die. They suffer for hours before they die, and for no reason, for no cause. This whale meat stacks up. It is as toxic as possible for people. I mean, they tell you not to eat that much sushi. They tell you not to eat tuna more than, once a month or something like that. And this is the animal that's at the top of the food chain.
Wow.
He's eating all of these fish who are toxic.
Ooh.
And their skin retains all the toxins.
Yeah, it works its way to the epidermis, and then it's where it stays.
It's not like our skin that we shed, it's like if you eat garlic, you smell like it through your pores and everything for weeks. Like these guys hold everything in, so we're consuming that.
But did they harpoon them? Is that what they do?
They harpoon them, yes.
And
they stab them. They basically what's called bleed them out. So they'll stab them behind the blowhole, and they'll bleed them out, and the mothers, they'll round up the babies. And so the mothers and the family,
This
I know,
is horrible,
I'm sorry.
isn't it? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
If you do want to know more about it, though, you can go to SaveTheWhalesAgain.org or just Google Save the Whales. So.
And I forgot what I was going to say here.
Sorry.
The whale said. Oh, I know what it was. What the people that are killing the whales? What do they do with it? Are they eating the stuff? What are they doing?
They're consuming them. They're selling them for hundreds of thousands of dollars to SeaWorld.
Dead whale? SeaWorld's buying dead whales?
They keep a few alive that usually females who can still birth.
Oh, they can still breed. The females, they send them to SeaWorld. Well, is it illegal? It's legal, right? You can buy a whale. I paid for a couple. But to trade in an animal that's not endangered is legal, right?
Yes, I mean it's legal.
But they shouldn't be doing it, for God's sake.
No, they shouldn't be. Japan and Iceland and Norway are the only 3 countries that still do it.
Okay, and who is this? This is not a whale, right?
That's a stellar sea lion.
Oh, look at that guy.
And in Vancouver, when I was doing the film I Love You, Beth Cooper, which will be coming out in March, I believe March 27th, Chris Columbus directed it. But we went to the Vancouver Aquarium, and I spent some time with some rescue dolphins from Japan there. And they allowed me to come back and meet the stellar sea lions, and this one sat on my lap.
You didn't give me your number, did you?
Well, it was a female, which I'm not saying.
Well, but good for you, though, Thank you for doing that. Heroes, the 3rd season begins September 22nd. Good to have you back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hayden Panettiere. We'll be right back with Steve Earle.